All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High, His only begotten Son, call Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who root and teach well, Wa Barakathum, unto the hopeful elect. All right, now today through the Spirit is going to be a quick lesson entitled The Lord Deals with Balance, right? Because the Lord is controlling evil and good. He's omnipotent, all-powerful. So that means that you're going to receive, adversity from the Lord. And you're also going to receive prosperity. You're going to receive good and evil. Okay? So you have to have understanding on that. That's what I'm going to touch on in this lesson. This is Job chapter 2. And this is when Job was getting jacked up by when the Lord allowed Satan to tempt Job. Okay? He was trying Job's faith out. And he allowed Satan to tempt Job. And Satan put boils all over his body and he was jacking him up. And this is what Job's wife had to say. But Job had understanding that the Heavenly Father controls evil and good. So we have to have that same spirit and, be abased. And, as a matter of fact, I want to grab that real quick. Because Paul, went into that a little bit in Philippians, the 4th chapter. Philippians chapter 4 and verse 12. It says, I know both how to be abased and I know how to abound. So being abased is like you're going through the adversity. And it says how to abound, which is like you're growing or you're getting good. It says everywhere and in all things, I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry and to abound and to suffer need. You see, so Paul had understanding on that you got to receive both from the Lord. Right now, let's read Job's account. Job chapter 2, verse 9 and 10. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the Heavenly Father and die. She was saying like, man, just F it, screw it. Stop serving the Lord. But what did Job say? Because Job was catching hell, he was going through that adversity. But that's the balance. The Lord deals with balance. Right? This is verse 10. It says, but he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh, like without understanding. It says, what? Shall we then receive good at the hand of the Lord? Because he was receiving good at first. And it says, and shall we not receive evil? In all this, did Job not sin with his lips? So Job refused to, to cast off his integrity. He stayed whole and kept his faith, even regardless of how, the hell he was catching. All right, what did that show? It shows he understood, the balance that the Lord deals with. Because the Lord's balance, get this, is Isaiah 45 and verse 5 through 6. 5 through 7, and it reads, I am Yahweh, and there is none else. There is no God beside me, because there is no other the Most High. The Most High is the Most High, and under him is Yahweh Shai. Right? It says, I girded thee, though thou hast not known me. Right? Who he's speaking about? Israel. It says that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am Yahweh, and there is none else. So there is no Most High, or he exists. It's he's Yahweh, right? It reads verse 7, I form the light and create darkness. He did that through Yahweh Shai. It says, I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai through Yahweh Shai. He did all those things. So there's no evils or darkness that's not coming from the Lord. The Lord is completely in control of it. Let's grab this real quick. Proverbs 16 and 4. It reads, Yahweh hath made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. So, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So, Lord has them in complete control to do evil for bad times. All right, for judgment to be brought to the pipe. You see, so that shows you that nobody's going against the will of the Father, the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. This is Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid, which is happening now. Trumpets being blown by the prophets. It says, shall there be evil in the city, and the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai have not done it. You see, because the Lord's controlling evils. When evils are brought or bad times are brought, that's coming from the Heavenly Father through his Son, Yahweh Shai. Okay? Nothing is going against his will. All right, so that's why when you get put in situations, you got to realize, you got to have understanding on, the Lord's balance. He does good and evil, and that's his correction. His correction can come in the form of you catching some hell, like called chastisement. You know, and also he could be trying you out. Whatever the case may be, you know, you understand that's coming from the Lord and you have faith through it. This is Sirach knows Ecclesiastes chapter 11 and verse 14. I just want that one. Prosperity and adversity. So prosperity is like you being up, and adversity is when you're being down, like you're suffering, going through stuff. It says life and death. So whether you live or whether you die, poverty and riches. So whether you're poor or whether you're rich, come of the Lord. Okay, so the Lord is fully in control. So you got to understand that. You know, nothing is going against his will. So when you get put in different situations, you got to realize that the Lord is directing it, man. You just got to have faith and have your confidence in him, trust in him, and whatever his will is going to be done at the end of the day. This is Sirach knows Ecclesiastes chapter 2, and I'm going to get straight to the point. Verse 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. So when you go through adversity, what does it say? It says, be patient when thou art changed to a lower state, when you're abased, as Paul said. Okay, patient goes into long suffering. So you got to endure long suffering. But what does it say to verse 5? Verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So the Lord put you through that adversity to try you out, to build you up. But you got to realize that it's coming from the Lord. Okay? This is another one going into the Heavenly Father, because I just had this. I was supposed to get this earlier. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I'll heal, and neither is there any that can deliver out of mine hand. So the Lord is in control of life or death, whether somebody lives or dies, whether somebody's healed or plagued, whatever the case may be, the Lord is in control of that. So that also should show you, like, you know, whenever you do get put in different situations, who you should run to. The person who's in control is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. This is 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, so it's to test you, as some strange thing happened unto you. You see, so all the different adversity, you got to understand it's coming from the Lord, and view it as you being tried out, because that's ultimately what it is. That's what the Lord did to Job. So I want to end it off with this, man. This is James chapter 1 and verse 2 through 4. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, when you fall into different tests, trials. You know, when the Lord pushes you through them straits, it says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. So to test your faith out, to try your faith out, to make it better, you know, you got to endure some long suffering. So what does verse 4 say? It says, but let patience have her perfect work. So let patience be completed, right? You got to endure the long suffering. It says that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing, so that you'll be, so that you'll grow. And he'll hit that level, that high level of faith the Lord wants you to be at, by you having that endurance. We got to endure now, and we're going to have to endure in Jacob's trouble. And you know what the Lord is doing is he's building us up so we can be able to get through the great tribulation by the things we're going through now. And if we endure, we'll, you know, operate the side with it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord will purge out that weakness to the point where we can be able to endure Jacob's trouble. You know, but that's the point I want to touch on this lesson, is understanding the Lord's balance. But anyways, Lord will, this gave edification. I want to end it off by giving double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, who root and teach well. And until next time, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Work Akwadash. Until next time, Shalom.